copy. We live. Let me just get Twitter set up. Create broadcast. All right, should be live. Let me double check if we're live. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, what's going on, guys? Let's get the chat going. It's week 2 preview. So yeah, let's go. Hoping it's a good day for fantasy. Last week there was like no touchdowns. I don't know if you guys saw that stat last week. Let me look that up actually. Dude, there was like half the amount of passing touchdowns in week 1 this year as compared to week 1 last year. So I'm hoping it's a better fantasy day, just overall, honestly. It was like low-key unproductive. But yeah. Hey, DJ Reed's inactive? Are you trolling? Hold on. Let me look this up. There's no shot. Oh, bro, that profile. I mean, you're going to get me in trouble with that profile picture, dude. Oh, my God. Dude, he's not expected to play. That's crazy. What the hell? Why? What does he have? DJ Reed injury. Let me look this up. Dude, what is he? You're not trolling. Rosenblatt just tweeted. Bro, what? Hold up. Let me share my screen. Hold up. Let me go on X. Let's see. Dude, what? Yeah, but what does he have? Armand, do you know what he has? Like what? Oh, let me add chat select. Dude, what does he have? Like, all right, so who's all right, so it says Brandon Eccles expected to fill in. I mean, all right. I mean, they're playing the Titans. Jets are playing the Titans, so they should be good, right? Dang. I mean, they'll be fine. They'll be fine, honestly. How do we think the Jets match up against the Titans? Honestly, I think Jets are gonna steamroll them. I have Jets D in fantasy. I think they'll be fine. Not being biased. Well, let me just make sure we're good on Twitter real quick. Yeah, no, Jets will be fine. If there's a game for DJ Reed to miss, it's this one. Levels look kind of shaky. Hold up, I think I have to post. I think I have to post this to go live on Twitter. Wait, oh yeah, I gotta post it. That's fine. Do we have the stream key? Let me double check the stream key. 1 second for Twitter. Let's see. uSTADIUM has a stream key. Should be good. Let me try posting it. See if that works. I don't know why it's not working on Twitter. All right. We're just gonna rock on YouTube. Twitter's being weird. I could try to edit in the meantime, but all right. I mean, we'll see. Jets run defense didn't look the best last week. Ankle Reed. It's an ankle injury for DJ Reed. All right. I mean, I'm gonna end this broadcast on Twitter because it's not working. I mean, ankle for Reed. That's tough, but they'll be fine. I think they'll steamroll him. But yeah, no. Last week obviously the Jets run defense wasn't the best. I mean, I'm sorry, run offense. Obviously, they were playing against the Niners with Fred Warner and stuff. But yeah, Titans run offense looked good. I mean, they were moving guys, and obviously Pollard got free a few times. So yeah. But Levis looked shaky. I think seriously, I think Levis throws like 2-3 picks today. I'm not gonna lie. Ankle. That's so crazy, dude. Damn. Yeah, what's the game of the week this week? Armand's just the news guy. He's just like Schefter in here. The hell? Kenneth Walker out for Seahawks. All right, so start if you have Kenneth Walker and you don't have Charbonnet, grab Charbonnet real quick. That's a common knowledge, I think, but yeah, Charbonnet should go off. And Josh Downs ankle sprain. That was expected, kind of. He wasn't expected to play really. Who are the Seahawks playing this week? Seahawks schedule. Oh, they're playing the Patriots. All right, so like I would start Charbonnet. I would start Sharp. Game of the week this week. I think it's low key. I think it's gonna be Bengals Chiefs. Return of Burrowhead. I mean, listen, Burrow's 3-1 all time against the Chiefs. So it's at Arrowhead. Is it gonna be the return of Burrowhead? He's like the only guy that can save us, honestly. Like I know we have Allen and Lamar and all these great quarterbacks in the AFC, but dude, I don't know. Burrow just gets it done. I am a little concerned about the hand though. I know he kind of like laughed off the when he was picking up the Gatorade bottle. I know he kind of laughed that off, but I don't know. It looked like he was struggling a little bit. That was weird. I can't believe the Bengals went this are going to go this season without paying T and Jamar. I thought one of those dominoes were going to fall, honestly. Jake Ferguson is also out. Armand, you need a job? I'm playing. I think ESPN should hire you. Doing good stuff. Doing God's work right here. That's funny. All right. I mean, who are the Cowboys playing? Let me look it up. Cowboys schedule. Playing the Saints. I mean, I'm like, Saints went crazy last week, but that's also because they were playing the Panthers. I think Cowboys are going to steamroll them. I don't think Cowboys need Ferguson. I don't think that really moves them one way or another. I mean, he's kind of like their second best pass catcher, you can argue, outside of CD. But I think they'll do fine. I mean, I hope the Saints win. But we'll see. Excuse me. What about Tua? What do you guys think about Tua? I don't know, man. Feels weird putting in my opinion for it because it's like someone's health and has to do with someone's family, but I don't know. It's scary, dude. As a fan, it's scary. Like whenever he's playing, you're just hoping. And whenever he's scrambling and he's about to slide or dive, whatever it is, bro, like it's honestly scary. Like I don't like it. And also another one of these things, like that I noticed, it low key seems like all these crazy like the super scary injuries. Not that like ACLs and stuff, they're not scary, but it's like it's not like life or death. Like the DeMar Hamlin, the Tua stuff, both the Tua things, I think, all on primetime. They're all on primetime. Like it's, oh my God. I just hate watching it. I'm just trying to watch football. And I don't think that's like selfish of me. I think that's like, I'm speaking for like America. I'm speaking for America. Yeah, I'm Drew Wanamaker. I'm speaking for America. No, like no one wants to watch that. Like no one wants to watch, Tua, like his arms and hands get locked up. It's not cool, honestly. Like, and I mean, I don't want to rewatch it too much because I don't like watching it, but it didn't seem like DeMar did anything wrong. I mean, obviously, him making the tackle, that kind of creates a headline in itself. But yeah, man, it's tough. I know McDaniel was a little annoyed about people talking about his future. He said it wasn't in the best interest of Tua, which I didn't understand at first. But I mean, I guess he doesn't want the pressure on Tua. I guess that's what he's kind of alluding to. But I don't know. I think it's fair. I think people are just concerned for him. If that's what he means, like he doesn't want pressure on Tua, I do understand. But I don't know. I think it's fair for people to chime in and say this guy shouldn't play just simply because. And listen, it's not their brother, it's not their son, it's not part of their family, or it's not their teammate. But at the end of the day, dude, it's it's a human being, and it's scary to watch. Like it's happened twice now where he locks up, and it's like you want to cover your eyes. You hope it goes to commercial break. Like, all right. I don't know. Not the biggest fan of it. Yeah, let me show you guys this. What do you guys think about this field? Let me pull it up. The Commanders field. What is this? What are those two patches? Like, is someone gonna get hurt on that today? Like, actually, what is that? It's only the Commanders, dude. Like, their field, that stadium, that field is cursed. They have sewage leaking. Didn't they have sewage leaking like 2 years ago? And now they got this. Like, who even knows what this is? I don't know. Like, I don't want my players playing on that. I mean, at least it's a grass field. I think it's grass. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's grass. Yes, they did. They did what? What did they do? Look at chat select in here. Wait, what'd they do? Sewage leak, yeah. So it's like, I don't know. Like it's the NFL. I feel like every team, even the bad teams, even Carolina, like in terms of facilities, I know they have like the facility report card every year, but like the facilities for the most part are and should be held to a standard. Like Washington's under new ownership. I'm a Devils fan, so they have the same owner as the Devils, which I think he's done a great job with the Devils. But it's like, bro, it's only this team. It's only this team. Like, no one else has sewage leaks or two random brown stains on the field. It's mad weird, dude. I don't know. What do you think this is? I don't know. I don't know. Do you think it's like sinkholes? No, I don't know. I don't know what it is. But it's only them. Only them. But for fantasy this week, I don't know. I think I'm gonna have my ride or die today. I know this might be a casual take, but I don't care. I have him in every single league. I have him in every league. I'm only in 2 leagues, but I have him in both leagues. I think Marv's gonna have himself a day. I think he's due for a big game. I think who are they? I think they're playing the Rams. Cardinals. Schedule. Oh, come on. Arizona. Who watches MLB? Kidding. I'm kidding. Rams. So it's like their secondary doesn't match up. It's not as good as it's not as good as the who did they play last week? The Bills. The Bills last week. Everyone was sleeping on, by the way, everyone was sleeping on the Bills defense. I know we have a lot of Jets fans in here. And a lot of Jets fans that follow uSTADIUM. But I've been saying all offseason, the Bills defense, underrated. People are like, I don't know who their starting corner 2 is. I don't know who this guy is, who their safeties are. Like, dude, these guys are ballers. Brandon Beane, Buffalo's GM, he's had his fair share of misses with Khair Elam. I've always had trouble saying that name. But, he's had his fair share of misses, but I don't know. He's always got a good defense. And, what they're doing in Buffalo, I think they'll be good for a long time. And I think, I think they'll be A-okay with their defense. People, they still have Vaughn. I know Vaughn's, like, ancient. How old is Von Miller? My guess is, like, 36. He's 35. You can't see that. But he's, move that away. He's 35. So, I mean, it's tough. Like, you wouldn't think a guy with his age still has, like, his bend. He was doing fine the other night, Oh, let me put my phone on D&D. It's, like, it's blown up. But, yeah, no. I think their defense will be fine. And I think they're playing – they just played the Dolphins on TNF. And they look good again. I mean, obviously, Tua got hurt. But first half, I mean, they were awesome. Don't see any slowing down for the Bills. People think it was coming after the departure of some key defensive guys. I think it was Jordan Poyer their old safety, and people made a big deal of him leaving. And he actually goes to the Dolphins, and he gets cooked by James Cook. So it's like, yeah, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. But, yeah, anyway, back to what I was saying. Marvin Harrison Jr. is my ride or die this week. He gets my stamp of approval. I give the Drew guarantee on that. He's going to go off. If he doesn't, you can yell at me. You can yell at me in my Twitter mentions. Because, I don't know. Like I said, they match up better. And, yeah, it's, I mean, listen, if he got the touchdown at the end of the game, I'm sure you guys saw that. If he caught the touchdown at the end, I mean, he would have had a great fantasy day. That would have given him like an extra 10 points. All of a sudden, he has like 11, 12 PPR points. I mean, not great, but we're not complaining about it. And we're probably not even talking about it right now. So, CMC on IR, dude. I can't believe CMC's on IR. That's actually so tough. I mean, Jordan Mason's a stud. It seems like, I mean, everyone, I'm like the 10 millionth person to say this. But it seems like just whoever Shanahan puts in the backfield at running back is just going to go off. It's like every time. Jordan Mason, undrafted rookie. I mean, they have Isaac Garendo, too, from Louisville. I think it was a 6th-round pick. And let me look it up. But, yeah, I mean, whoever Shanahan puts back there is they're just going to go off. And people were complaining about their offensive line heading into the season. I don't know, man. They look good. Their depth chart didn't look intimidating, but let me pull it up. 49ers. What am I typing? You guys see this? All right. 49ers depth chart. Actually, I gotta keep this open on my phone just in case. Okay. All right, look, can I change the name of my stream? Week 2, my bad. All right, cool. Does it say week 2 now? That's bad. I had week 1 on my stream. That's not good. Is that a fireable offense? I think that's a fireable. Like, why am I on this? That's not good. You guys are not supposed to see that. It's a rookie mistake. Anyway, 49ers depth chart. Let's take a look at this. So Trent, I mean, he's a stud. We didn't even know if he was going to be back. He didn't even really go through training camp. But he's Trent Williams. He showed up against the Jets, and he was a stud. Aaron Banks, solid. Jake Brendel, solid. Dominic Pooney, dude, I love Dominic Pooney coming out of Kansas. Rap Sheet said this on NFL Network. Oh, let me move the chat select. CMC might need more than – Rap Sheet said on NFL Network this morning, CMC might need more than 6 weeks to heal. Dude. Sorry for misspelling. You're good. That's so bad, dude. Is it the end for CMC? Like, dude, I mean, we see what Aaron Rodgers and, not throwing-wise, but we see what Aaron Rodgers and Kirk Cousins, we see how they look when they're trying to run around and scramble around the pocket after messing with their Achilles. So, obviously, it's different. Like, those are two guys that are in their late 30s, early 40s. It's a little different than CMC, who I think is like 27. But, at the end of the day, dude, that's got to be tough for running, Like, obviously, I've never had anything done to my Achilles, but can't imagine that's good, man. Cannot imagine that's good. And that's a tough blow for the Niners. I think his cap hits like $19 million this year. Maybe that's just his salary, but I think I read somewhere that his cap hits $19 million. I don't want to spread misinformation, but that's not good for the Niners. But it doesn't matter because everyone who steps in for running back does fine. But yeah, Dominic Pooney from Kansas, he's a stud. I was happy when the Niners got him. I thought it would be a good fit, and it was. I didn't realize John Feliciano was on IR. He had to go run with the Giants 2 years ago in their miracle run. Isn't it crazy how the Giants just, like, where's that 2022 Giants? Like, I know they weren't the most talented team. I know they were coached up. But it is weird, right? Like, on paper, they only got better. They got Neighbors. They got Brian Burns. I get Saquon left, but, like, Singletary is, like, fine in this league. I mean, a lot of people think you shouldn't pay running backs, and, I tend to agree with that. But, like, Singletary's fine. You added a good, or a solid, I should say, offensive line around him with John Runyon and Illuminor, among other guys. Even Van Rotten's playing because the Giants' offensive line coach, Carmen Priscilla, done a great job with them. Giants haven't had what feels like a serviceable offensive line in like a decade at this point. And week 1 they looked solid, regardless of everything else. It was a nightmare for the Giants at MetLife against Minnesota. But regardless of that, they look like a solid unit. But yeah, I mean it is weird how the Giants just don't look anything like that 2022 team. I mean, a lot of people said it was a fluke. I didn't necessarily believe that at the time because I thought it was just going to be one of those deals where where Dable was like a Shanahan type of coach where wherever he goes, they're just kind of going to win. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're playing Washington today. Daniel Jones, he owns Washington for whatever reason. It makes no sense. Absolutely no sense. When the Eagles play the Commanders, it feels like it's a close game every time, and the Commanders kind of rival them a little bit and really compete. Same with the Cowboys to an extent. And the Commanders just, for whatever reason, can't play against the New York Giants, which is crazy because the Giants have been what feels like a bottom 5, bottom 10 team for quite some time now. Like the better part of the past 10 years, I feel like. I just totally lost my train of thought. All right, Daniel Jones versus Washington. I'm spelling this wrong. Washington. I can't look at my thing. Versus Washington Commanders record. He's 5-1-1. That makes no sense. Hey, big man. Thoughts on? Hold up. Let me move this comment. Thoughts on our apartments group parlay. Let's see. Chargers -5.5. Colts -3. Jags money line. Jaden Daniels 50. Okay. What's the worst leg? Thanks. All right. I don't know if I'm the betting guy, but I can shoot my shot a little bit. Jaden Daniels. I would love to know what you're getting out of that if it hits. Who are the Jags playing? Let me look that up first. Jags schedule. Playing the Browns. Browns didn't look good. Obviously, their defense it's nice. But Trevor Lawrence can have some weird hiccups. I like Trevor Lawrence, but we'll see. Chargers, Colts, Niners. I like that. I actually like the bet. I think Jaden Daniels, 50-plus rushing yards scares me. But he had 14 or 16 carries last week, so it could definitely happen. I think the coaching staff might be in his ear a little bit, telling him to, try to throw it a little bit more and keep his head up when he's facing the rush. So maybe he might not rush as many times, but he definitely could. I don't hate it. Let me check his stat line last week. Commanders. I don't hate that at all. I hope it hits, Jack. That's a good bet. All right, let me look at the Commanders. No, I don't need a preview. All right, yeah, they play the Bucs. Player stats. He had 16 carries for 88 yards and 2. Send it, Jack. It's gonna hit. I can't give my guarantee, but I think it's parlays are tough, but I think it's gonna happen. Oh, look at Sean coming in. We haven't seen a defense play. We haven't seen a defense play against Daniels with actual tape facts. Giants may force him to win with his arm. That's my least favorite leg. You see that, Jack? I don't hate that. I agree with Sean. That's also my least favorite leg. But again, he had 16 carries. But again, what Sean's saying, we haven't seen a defense be able to use tape against Daniels. So that is kind of facts. That's a good point out by Sean. Amazing. And your brother's roommate, Ryan picked Daniel. Ryan's a little risky. Hey, but if you're a gambling man, which clearly Ryan is, go for it. I'd say go for it. I hope it cashes. You can let me know if it cashes. But yeah, no. Back to what Sean was saying. That's kind of facts. Hope I'm so thirsty. Let me check some on my phone real quick. Um, da-na-na-na. We're good. We're good. Let me just send out one text real quick. Yeah, that's a good point out by Sean. I don't know how many rush attempts do you think Daniels gets today? You think he gets like at least 10 again? I mean, maybe I wouldn't put it past him. It's like tough because I wasn't like at first when I watched Daniels coming out of LSU, I was really high on him. He was my second overall ranked quarterback. And then, and I'm usually pretty good. I stick with my guns, not to be like, not to just listen to myself, but I'm usually pretty confident in, what I see on tape. But a lot of people kept pointing out that he doesn't throw to the middle of the field. Like, he just doesn't. At LSU, it seemed like every touchdown was just a bomb. And it was a dime. Do not get me wrong. But it seemed like every ball was like every touchdown was just a 40-yard dime to one of Brian Thomas Jr. or Malik Neighbors down the sideline, which was sick. And listen, I was at the Jets Commanders first preseason game, and he did the same thing. I think it was to McLaurin. He did the same thing, the same throw, and I was like, dude, like it's sick. But listen, at the end of the day, we already knew you could do that. Like you haven't thrown over the middle of the field yet. Still, like his eyes kind of drop when he gets rushed. If he can just keep his eyes up when he's getting blitzed or some guys coming in hot off the edge, he could do a lot of work there, and he'd make a lot of progress. I'm sure Kingsbury and that whole staff is trying to get him to do that, as well as just be comfortable throwing over the middle of the field. It is strange. And then, I don't know how people feel about McCarthy, but yeah, I mean, McCarthy was just dicing up everyone, it seemed like, back at Michigan with his arm over the middle. So, yeah, I think it's two completely different players. I wish we could have seen JJ this year because I think that's a trait that really carries over to the NFL level is, throwing over the middle and vision. And McCarthy had great vision, even though he just held down the button every time he threw, like Madden, just darts every time, slinging it. No velocity. Not velocity. No touch on his passes ever. Touch pass, yeah, not J.J. McCarthy's thing. But yeah, it'll be interesting against the Giants. He's going up against his former teammate, Malik Neighbors, as we all know. I mean, listen, Forbes is out. I know, some of my friends were letting me know that Forbes being out is actually, it hurts the Giants because, he's not the best corner. He's getting cooked at practice. I don't know how he did week 1. I wasn't watching him, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, they got Ben on the back end. We'll see how Neighbors does against him. Neighbors tweaked his knee in practice this week. Dable said he's good to go, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes, but yeah, you think he gets like 100 yards? I don't know. Like the Commanders' secondary is cooked. It's tough. Like Commanders depth chart. Hey, now listen. If he gets 100 yards, I'm not that won't be surprising to me. I would just be like, I can't believe Daniel Jones allowed a receiver to get 100 yards. That would be surprising to me. That's either back end. Like St. Just. Chin's solid. I like Chin. Igbenot. Right. So they have some dudes, but it didn't look good last week. The defense looked all over the place. But they have some dudes. They got Sammerstill, the rookie nickel from Michigan. He's interesting to me. I didn't love him coming out. He's interesting though. But I think you'd be crazy if you don't think that Neighbors cooks any of these guys. And I am a Giants fan, but I don't think it takes a Giants fan to know that and agree with that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Kayvon addressed Washington this week in his presser or in the locker room, pressers, whatever. And he said, where's my quote? See, now it's hiding from me. He said, quote, Washington, they're not really a rival. So I mean, it's kind of facts. Again, like I said, Daniel Jones is 5-1-1 against the Commanders in his career. But I mean, hey, I wouldn't be cocky if I was Kayvon coming off of last week. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't think it's Listen, I don't think I don't know. I know some of these guys are cocky, and I don't hate it for guys in the secondary, like especially these feisty corners. But you see Shador last night. I know the Colorado State quarterback. For people who didn't see, the Colorado State quarterback apparently was going after Shador in Colorado on social media. I think on Instagram, and Shador, Colorado beats him, and it wasn't particularly a close game, and the Colorado State quarterback tries to shake Shador's hand at the end of the game, and Shador just he talks to him and chirps back at him. I can see if I could pull up the clip. But it wasn't nice. But it was like cocky, you know what I'm saying? So don't love that, especially from a quarterback. If you're a corner, I don't care. But hold up, what did Armand just say? Let me just pull this up. Actually, I'm gonna go into college. Let's see. Dude, you've got to change your profile picture. That is just crazy. Per over the cap for CMC pre June 1st cut, Niners would take on $26 million in dead money with $16 million in cap savings post. Post June 1st cut, Niners would take on $13 in dead money with $3 million cap savings in 25. Interesting. Very interesting. Whoa. Dude, Armand, you got to get in here every live. You're just you're feeding me right now. I feel like Jordan Mason right now. You're just feeding me. You're my Kyle Shanahan. No, that's weird. Eagles have downgraded A.J. Brown to out for tomorrow night's game. Shoot, I mean, Devontae Smith fantasy owners should be good. Should be good for you guys. I would start Devontae Smith in every league. I know that should be obvious. He's probably wide receiver 2s in most leagues. I went wide receiver heavy in mine, so he's a bench guy for my one league, but I have Diggs and Marv. I'm not going to sit those two guys. Am I crazy, though? Maybe I should. Maybe I should probably sit one of the two now since A.J. Brown's out. That's crazy. That's actually big. Who do Eagles play? Eagles schedule. Falcons? Dude, I don't know. All right, let me ask you guys. Should I start Devontae Smith over Marv / Stephon Diggs? It's PPR. Dude, I don't know. That's tough. I might. Maybe over Diggs. Who are the Texans playing? Playing the Bears. Come on. Diggs or Smith. I might start Devontae over Diggs, I guess. But it's at Texans. It's in a dome. Don't hate that. But isn't the Eagles in a dome too? No, it's at Eagles. I don't know. I'll think about that. That's a me problem. Let me give you guys an upset and lock of the week. Let me look up the week 2 slate. Week 2 NFL slate. All right, so let's see. Evan Ingram sustained it. This guy's cooking. Evan Ingram sustained a hamstring injury during warm-ups. No, and has been ruled out for today's game, per the team. That's tough. Ingram was so good last year. He was a little shaky last week. Not shaky, but just, kind of unproductive. But that's tough. That's a big loss for the Jags, but, at least they have Brian Thomas and some other guys. But regardless, that's a big loss for the Jags. All right, so lock of the week. I'm going to go Pittsburgh over Denver. That's my lock of the week. That's my lock of the week. Upset. I'm going to go. I think Washington's favored, so would Giants be an upset? Nah. That's I'm not going to be scared. Upset of the week, I'm going to take New England over Seattle. That's my upset and lock of the week. Lock of the week is Pittsburgh over Denver. Upset of the week is New England over Seattle. So we'll see how that shakes out. I thought New England actually looked a lot better last week than I expected them to. I'm excited for the Drake May show. I really am. And I was not a believer in Gerard Mayo. But they didn't look half bad. They didn't look like the worst team last week against the Bengals. Now, I don't know if that's just the Bengals, playing in week 1. Bengals are notoriously horrible. It seems like every week 1. Don't know why. But yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, those are my two. That's my lock and my upset of the week. All right. Let me ask you this. Is this an overreaction or is this realistic after week 1? After week 1, there are 5 NFL teams that should try and draft a quarterback in the first round of next year's draft. I don't know. I think it's close because I think it's Giants, Raiders, automatic. I hope not, but we'll see how the rest of Bryce Young's year goes in Carolina. That could be 3. I hope not. I hope he turns it around because he's a good kid, and I did like him coming out of Alabama. Dolphins Tua apparently isn't going to retire, but I heard he's meeting with more doctors this week to go over that. Hate to talk about it, but, it could be Dolphins 4, right? And then there could be a team tucked in at 5. I don't know. Like, maybe a bridge gets hurt. Like, if Geno gets hurt, does Seattle get a quarterback? I hate to even say that, but, seriously. Like not Seattle, but, a situation like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, are they comfortable with Sam Howell? I don't know. But we'll see. I don't know. It's going to be a fascinating week. Again, I said this at the beginning of the stream, but I hope it's just a better week offensively, man. I really do. Because let me pull up that stat, actually. NFL Week 1, 2024 touchdowns versus 2023. Here it is. And we're going off of Reddit. Is that bad to go off of Reddit? Yeah, so week 1 passing touchdowns. Wait, what is this? Oh, it's saying last year's was low too. That 61 is crazy. Wasn't that the Lamar versus Dolphins game too? I could be tripping. I think I am. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. I get it's fun football because it's defense oriented, but I don't know, man. I'd much rather have it in the 50s or even 60s. But that's just me. Yeah, we got any upsets from you guys this week? Oh, look at this. Oh, who's this guy? DJ MVP? We'll see. Maybe today, maybe this week. He owns the Commanders. So, could happen. If there's any week for DJ to be an MVP, this guy's not wrong. It's probably this week. Is this a thing? How you just pick up random defenses because they're playing the Panthers or they're playing a bad defense? Do you just pick up Daniel Jones when he's playing the Commanders? Is that a bad strat? If your quarterback's hurt? Let's say you had Jordan Love and every quarterback's taken. Is that the worst idea in the world? Maybe. But it might not be. Don't know. We'll see. I'm excited to see how this Baltimore Las Vegas game goes, though. Because, Lamar looked fast last week. His acceleration, that was quick. Obviously he made it public that he lost a lot of weight during the offseason. I think he was down 20 pounds, which is a decent amount. And it said he feels a lot faster. Obviously I'm scared for injury with his weight being down, but he used to be skinnier like that, and he was fine for the most part. But as a whole, and I know they were playing the Chiefs, but Baltimore did not look great. They didn't look like the Baltimore that I became used to seeing the past few years. I don't know. I don't know if it was just the Chiefs being the Chiefs, but yeah, it's not good. I mean, listen, there were a few grass blades away from beating the Chiefs, and then I wouldn't even be having this conversation. But play by play, like drive by drive, I wasn't in love with what I was seeing. I thought they'd be more impressive. Andrews has still got to be hurting from the car crash because they weren't featuring him at all. They were almost just like using him to block and as a decoy, it felt like, because it was just, as we all know, it was the Isaiah Likely show. So we'll see if that holds up this week and even the rest of the season. I don't know. Like, I don't think Andrews isn't washed, right? Like, how old is Mark Andrews? Mark Andrews' age. He's 29. He's not washed. So I think it's just they're trying to ease him back with the car crash happening a few months back. And I think they'll go from there. But I do think, to change subjects, I do think Cleveland at Jacksonville would be fascinating. I really do. I think you have two teams whose quarterbacks at times you kind of hope and pray when they throw the ball. And I love Trevor Lawrence. So it's not a hit on Trevor Lawrence. But, he has Trevor Lawrence moments where it could be head-scratching. And he also has Trevor Lawrence moments where I'm sure we all saw the Brian Thomas Jr. touchdown last year, where Brian Thomas, what you see on Instagram, I think, I forget who posted it. A lot of people posted it. But you see where Brian Thomas Jr. is in his route when Trevor Lawrence throws it compared to when he catches the ball. It's outstanding. Deshaun Watson looked rough. He looks like a bum out there. Not good from him. Facts. Cleveland wishes they had Baker. That's kind of facts, honestly. I know it is weird because it is strange, right? Like Nick DeBruscock for psych ward. That's not nice, Sean. That's not nice. Cleveland wishes they had more. Yeah. I mean, listen, let me look up Baker Mayfield stats. And I'm not trying to cherry pick. But, I mean, he was fine. He was, at the end, 17-13, not the best. But listen, the Browns before this, they didn't win a game. He brought them to the playoffs. And I'm not a big Baker guy myself. I'm not. And, I was in favor of the Browns picking up Watson and trading for him because, I mean, listen, at the time in Houston, Deshaun Watson was a rock star. He was airing it out like crazy. Him and Will Fuller, him and Nuke, DeAndre Hopkins, they were going crazy. But you can't get greedy because I think Nick DeBruscock has a point. If they had Baker, I think they'd be a fine football team. I think they'd be a playoff team. 80%, I think 80% chance they'd be a playoff team. The division's tough, but they got Mike T. I don't know. I think if the Browns had a decision to make and roll with Baker versus Watson, even contracts aside, I think they roll with Baker. That's just me. But I think that's low-key a good point. And then, Sean says Nick DeBruscock for psych ward. So, yeah, Sean's not playing. Yeah, let's look at the other games. What else we got? Indianapolis and Green Bay. I don't know. It'll be interesting. I mean, how fun is Anthony Richardson to watch? It's just fireworks. Every week, it's fireworks. Whenever he's on the field, it's fireworks. Whether he's running the ball or shooting a cannon down the field. I don't know. It's fun to watch. And Malik Willis, good luck. Not the biggest Malik Willis guy, but we'll see what happens. Let's see. And Deshaun has no incentive with essentially a fully guaranteed contract. I know. The fully guaranteed contract hurts. And I think at the time, it still might be, was the biggest, was the most guaranteed money in NFL history. So, I mean, what I thought and what a lot of the NFL community thought the Deshaun Watson that they were going to get, the one we saw in Houston, has looked a lot different from this one. Not saying I don't blame them for giving him the guaranteed money, but even so, I mean, even if it's like a Justin Herbert, that guaranteed money is a lot. It's a lot of money. Whether a guy gets injured or plays poorly like Watson, I don't know. I think we've seen the decline of Deshaun Watson, you know, and it is what it is. It's tough to see, but obviously he's not the greatest person off the field. But yeah, it looks like he's lost his confidence. It looks like he's lost his touch. I don't know. Tough scene there in Cleveland. And as soon as the Browns think they have a franchise quarterback, a real one with upside, it goes downhill. A sneaky upset though. I think Detroit and Tampa Bay, low key. I feel like Tampa Bay could get him. Maybe not though. It's in a dome. I don't know. Jared Goff is too. I mean, we've all seen the stats, right? Jared Goff in a dome is crazy. He's absolutely nuts. He's automatic. It's a good lesson for teams to learn. When the money's guaranteed. Yep. That's facts. The performance you get on the field from a player is not guaranteed. Whether it's again performance or even injury, it's not guaranteed. And it doesn't happen all the time, but things happen. Like Deshaun Watson. Something could happen off the field or even on the field, and his confidence goes down. And as a team, you're not protected by that. I mean, these are human beings. You know what I'm saying? So that's facts. It's a good lesson for other teams to learn for sure. It's true. Brown's always gonna Brown. Low key, it seems like some of these franchises are just cursed, right? Like, I mean, I'm a Giants fan. I think it would be, untrue to say that we're cursed. Maybe for the past 10 years we've been cursed, but I don't want to complain too much because we've had our time in the 2000s and obviously in 2010. But some of these franchises kind of feels like they're cursed. Let's see this. The DJ contract with the injury guarantee equals Daniel Jones' final game as a Giant. Today? Sean, are you saying today's DJ's last game as a Giant? I mean, if he plays bad, it could be. If he, see what Armand's got. Saints beat Cowboys is my upset. Dude, like, I could see it. Like, you know what I mean, Armand? Like, sometimes the Cowboys just have these off fluke weeks where it's just, like, they don't show up. Now, it's at Dallas. They tend to be pretty rock solid when they're at AT&T Stadium, Jerry's World. But, yeah, I mean, I don't hate it. I mean, we'll see. It wouldn't be my pick, but, hey, it's upset for a reason. So, call your shot. Shoot it. And Sean's saying yes, he thinks this is going to be DJ's last game as a Giant. I mean, listen, he cooks Washington, but, like, the past few games he started, even going into last season before he got hurt, has not looked good at all. Looks like a different player. Don't know what happened. As soon as he got the contract, it was not the same player. It felt like a different offense. So if he plays poor today, let's say he plays bad enough where they put Drew Lock in like the third quarter, I wouldn't totally disagree that Lock would start next week. And if Lock in week 3 and 4 can operate the Giants' offense at even a baseline average level, I think Sean may be right. I think at that point it's like sit Daniel Jones. You don't want to risk the injury clause with Daniel. And I think Giants just ride off into the sunset. Not with Drew Lock, but with a new quarterback that they'll draft in the first round, whether that's Cam Ward, Shador, Quinn Ewers. We'll see how his injury shakes up. It didn't seem like Sarkisian, the Texas head coach, was too concerned, but we'll see. We just don't know too much about the injury yet. We'll see. But yeah, kind of a good call out by Sean. I don't hate it. Is it an upset? I mean, I guess it is. Oh, no, it's not. The line's even for Arizona, LA. I guess that's just because of the LA injuries. Makes sense. But Carson, tell me you're a Georgia fan without now. I mean, listen, Carson Beck's good. Yesterday he looked a little shaky against Kentucky. I don't know. I love Carson Beck, but I love the Giants. I don't know if it's. I don't know. I want upset in a quarterback. I want a guy who can who can be a top 10, top 5 quarterback when his time comes. All right, we got another Armand bomb. Oh, no. Gano didn't look comfortable at all in warm-ups, wincing after most kicks. He then cut his warm-up short and jogged off the field. No. Gillen's taking field goals? Dude, Giants. Oh, my God. All right, so in the preseason, the Giants had a kicker who wasn't bad. He was hitting some bombs. Not that it was Gano, but he was hitting some like 40, 50 yarders, right? Like, we're good. We don't need 60 plus. If you're the backup kicker, I'm not expecting you to make 60 plus. Why would we not, if we knew Gano was hurt, why would we not carry this guy to this game? I understand you don't want to carry 2 kickers. I understand that. But I think that's a better alternative than having this situation where your punter's taking warm-up field goals 40 minutes before game time. Am I crazy for that? I hope not. We're cooked. We might actually be cooked. And Sean brings up a good point. Giants can't score touchdowns, and now you can't kick field goals either. It's actually over. Yeah, unfortunately, Graham Gano was our only source of offense last week. So that is an unfortunately good point by Sean. We might not be able to make a field goal either this game. So, moral of the story, Malik Neighbors got to go off. I don't care how it is. I don't care how you have to get him the ball, whether it's an end around, a slant, deep post. I do not care. Just get Neighbors the ball. I know Dable knows that. I know DJ knows that. He's playing scared. Put lock in and air that thing out. If I'm the Giants today, I'm starting DJ. I am. But if he's playing bad, come second, third quarter, he's out and locks in. That's me. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to end this thing around 12:30, just so you guys know. We're just wrapping up here shortly. 8 minutes. We'll be set. So, yeah. Let's see, what else? San Fran at Minnesota. Feels like a whatever game. I don't know. We'll see if Jordan Mason continues his dominance like he did against the Jets. We'll see. It'll be interesting because the Jets defense, like we all know the Jets defense is good, right? And they couldn't necessarily stop the run last week against the Niners. Jets are against the Titans this week, where the Titans ran the ball well in week 1. We'll see if last week with the Niners' rush success, was it a lack of the Jets' defense, which I don't think it is. Was it a lack of the Jets' defense? Because we'll see. If they can stop Tennessee's run game, who performed well last week, then it wasn't the Jets. And then that means it was just the Niners and Shanahan doing his thing, which I think was the case. We'll see. Again, I have Jets defense in fantasy, so I might be a little biased. Yeah. We'll see, though. Minnesota, it'll be cool to watch Darnold. I don't know. Darnold, I never really liked Darnold, but I will say, I think if you're looking for a bridge guy, he's probably the guy. He's probably the bridge guy to get. I think he's up there with Minshew at this point for bridge guys, I will say. People thought he looked great last week. I didn't think he looked great against the Giants. I think seriously, it was just the lack of secondary for the Giants and lack of presence in the secondary. But yeah, I think he played well though. I don't think it was anything against him. Jets have a cakewalk schedule in the middle of the season. They'll look good. Yeah, then fall off in November, December. Yeah, I mean, let's take a look at the Jets schedule because he's got a point here. After Niners, like I said, they could go on a run here. Seriously. After Niners, 0-1, whatever. Week 1, you move on. Titans, I mean, that's got to be a win, right? If the Jets are talking about being a playoff team and maybe making a run, even winning a game in the playoffs, like this is a team you have to beat week in, week out. 0-1. 1-1 against the Titans. 2-1 against the Pats. Broncos 3-1. Vikings, they actually look good against the Giants. That could have just been the Giants being bad. And then you got the Bills. And then it kind of evens out around, Steelers are always a tough team to show up and play against with Mike T coaching. Patriots, again, divisional, who knows? And then, Texans, Cards, Colts, like Seahawks, Dolphins. Like, it doesn't get easy. So that's a good point out from Nick. Yeah, the next 1, 2, 3. I'd say 3, maybe 4. We'll see how the Vikings do today against the Niners. That's the real test because they looked good last week against the Giants, but it could just be against the Giants. We'll see about this game, but the next 3. I mean, it's got to be a lock for the Jets, right? Unless like this Patriots game, unless they get some typical MetLife weather, and the ball just slips out of Aaron Rodgers' hands, and they just who knows that stadium. Whenever the Jets play, it's the worst weather. Like Giants always, like not always, but for the most part, they get some pretty good weather. Like we'll get some windy games. The Jets last season, even the past 2 seasons, it feels like a downpour every time. Every time. I don't know. Like that's a curse. I don't really believe in curses, but some of these things make you think. They do. All right, we got 4 minutes left in the stream. Yeah, any thoughts? Drop them below. Browns removed a clause from Deshaun Watson's contract this offseason that would have protected him in the event of a future suspension. Interesting. I wonder if he had to sign off on that. That's very interesting. All right, well, at least that protects them. That's good for the Browns. How many years are left on Watson's contract? Let's see. Damn. Well, that's not anytime soon. That's tough. I guess 2027 he'll be a UFA, but I mean, shoot. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. It's not good for the Browns. Yeah, I don't know. And who knows who the quarterback is for the Browns after Watson's gone, Like who's to say he isn't not the best quarterback, and then they restart the cycle of having 20 quarterbacks in X amount of time. Like the notorious Browns jersey with a million names on the back. Like who's to say that doesn't start again? Hopefully not, because I kind of feel bad for them still. But like who's to say this doesn't happen again? Move my camera. Who's to say? I don't know. Again, I feel bad, but kind of rooting for them to figure this thing out because the next 3-year outlook, cap-wise, it's tough. It's a struggle, but we'll see. All right, so just to cap the stream off, let's get back over here. Upset of the week is New England over Seattle, and lock of the week is Pittsburgh over Denver. That's my lock of the week. My fantasy ride or die this week, I might be biased. I have him in both leagues, is Marvin Harrison Jr. If he does bad, you can come at me. If not, then you could thank me. Got another one here. Let's see. Gano kick the PAT to end warm-ups, which is the usual routine. So it looks like he'll kick at least to start. All right. Interesting. I don't even know what to think about this. Like I don't know if I'd rather an injured Gano kicking or a healthy punter. I don't know. It's like which is the worst of 2 bads, 2 evils. Yeah. All right, well, we'll see how Gano does. It's 12:30, so we're gonna wrap this thing up. Thanks for everyone who listened and joined in. Twitter was acting a little wonky, so we're just on YouTube this time. Hopefully we can get Twitter going next week. Just things with tech happen, and that's we'll try to get that figured out next week. I apologize about that, but outside of that, thanks for everyone who was commenting and stuff, and good luck with your fantasy matchups and with your personal teams. So yeah, let's roll. Thank you.